In New York in America. Memorial service is currently underway at the Hilton Mid Town Hotel in New York. Professor Kgositsile spent 13 years in exile in the US, where he became an academic, an activist and a prominent player in the arts industry. Meanwhile, in Johannesburg, many visited his house in Killarney to pay their last respects.
To his fellow comrades, a man who dedicated his life to the service of the people.
My name is Mozi Mullah. I was an old friend of Comrade Willie. We were in exile together for a long time. And he's been in touch with my son, who's done quite a bit of has written poetry. And I think the latest one is a tribute to Comrade Willie. He was a very humble, likable, and a down-to-earth personality.
My name is Abdul Bam. I've known Brother Willie since the 60s, 70s, 80s. I've heard his beautiful poetry in London and in South Africa. We're in exile. I used to help musicians and cultural people in UK and elsewhere, our South African musicians, which we put on the map, and that's how we met and we became friends ever since.
A great loss to the arts industry.
Bro Willie's contribution spans continents, it spans generations, it spans genres of arts. I mean, he's a living link between the writers of the Harlem Renaissance, the jazz movement in America and in South Africa, the Black arts movement, the Midupi arts movement, and also the wave of poets who have emerged post-democracy. There are few people that are able to make those kind of connections artistically and personally in one lifetime. He was extraordinary and so humble. He played this role as though, you know, it was just a matter of fact. It was just who he was. He was just doing his job every day. It's an enormous lesson in how to be an artist.
Professor Kgositsile will be laid to rest on the 16th of January. Memorial services will be held in South Africa and many countries on different continents.
There's one official memorial service which will be held at City Hall on the 11th of January, and that will be from 12, Thursday the 11th, from 12 until 4 o'clock, and there will be various artists, and there will be messages, because he was internationally known and has not only has his poetry been read internationally, but he's also taught at various universities, UCLA and Rutgers University. So there'll also be international messages. There are messages pouring in from all over the world, particularly the United States, where he spent a lot of time.
We're discussing the fact that the ANC needs to come to terms with itself, needs to be very attuned to the values of integrity. That way it will regain the trust of the people. That's what we discussed.
SABC News, Killarney, Johannesburg.